coming out of Boston. He probably will not pitch the balance of this regular season. They really don't know about it.
One of the members of the Red Sox even there's growing speculation on the team about the health of Roger Clemens. Major League Baseball magazine's next. For Bob Lee, I'm Dan Patrick. Good night.
Sports Center is brought to you by Levi's 505 and 506 jeans. This is the 100th episode of Major League Baseball magazine, brought to you by Frito-Lay. Espn presents Major League Baseball magazine. This week's cover story, Helen Hudson's Star-Spangled Summer, with a keynote address to every ballpark in the majors.
It has been the shortest, funnest summer of my life.
We'll go back to the days before VCRs, when you needed a kitchen table and a mom to capture the moment.
I have a sixth sense. I just knew something exciting was going to happen.
And we'll peek inside the dugout, where in the twilight of a pennant race, the Dodgers sing a lullaby.
Tommy's been known to pump up his ball players. They're going to have to pump up the manager in a little while.
This is Warner Fussell for Major League Baseball magazine.
Presented by Ruffles Light, Cheetos Light, and Doritos Light. Never give up the taste.
After 30, life is over.
Presents the Nuprin Painful Play. Nuprin salutes all-around defensive efforts, featuring the far-reaching and the unflappable in these Nuprin Painful Plays.
Tell Nuprin where it hurts.
I overdid it. Pain's right in the small of my back.
Nuprin works at the site of pain, right at the spot, to help stop the chemical reaction that triggers pain.
Pain's gone. Back feels great.
Tell Nuprin where it hurts.
Roseanne Barr had no idea how to sing the national anthem, but even those who do concede it isn't easy.
It's difficult because the range is low and it's high. Oh, say. And if you take it low, you can't sing the low notes. And if you go high, you can't sing the high notes.
So if, in fact, it is so hard to sing, how did it end up in such a simple game as baseball?
We really have not been able to document when the Star-Spangled Banner was first used at a baseball game, but we're speculating that it would have been the 19th century, perhaps as early as the 1870s, apart from occasional uses, and perhaps there was more use in the World War I period because of the Army and Navy and our involvement in World War I. But it was really World War II when the national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, became a custom at baseball games.
Even though players hear the anthem at least 162 times a year, most still appreciate its tradition.
Just like apple pie and Chevrolet, you know, it goes with baseball. The national anthem goes with baseball.
I think about, you know, the different guys that went to war for the national anthem and the courage they showed and everything.
It's just part of the tradition of baseball.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at twilight's
was so gallantly streaming,
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Which brings us to singer-actress Helen Hudson, who just became the first person ever to sing the anthem in every Major League park in one season, thanks in part to a push from her husband.
Every summer, Helen does summer stock, or that does professional singing, and she decided this summer that nothing was going on, so we decided she loves to sing, so why not do the baseball park? She had done a lot of basketball games at Madison Square Garden and some baseball games at Shea Stadium and Anaheim Stadium, so we said, why not 26 times? It's been fun. Helen's never been much of a sports fan, and I have, so that part's been good. She's now a baseball fanatic. I can't get ESPN off the air right now.
Helen soon discovered what players already know. Getting to the show isn't easy.
I got on the phone. I called all 26 teams. I got 7 dates right away. They said, oh, you sang for the Mets, the Dodgers, that's good enough for us. I sent 26 tapes out, and then there were 3 teams that just wouldn't say yes. One team told me on the phone, said, we don't have chick singers here anymore. They always forget the words.
But Helen persevered and landed all 26 dates, providing her with a crash course in the hazards of stadium acoustics.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare. Cleveland, in fact, was one of the worst sound delays. I kept saying, now you want to wear these earplugs, you want to wear these earplugs. And I'm going, oh yeah, I've done this before. So I stuck them in my pocket, and I went out there and I said, oh, say, can you see? And I started in by the, and I hear this girl singing from the upper deck, so say. And I think, what the heck is she doing? It was me. I mean, that was a nightmare. The only thing that always happens to me is right before they say my name, my heart's just doing that. And then you walk out and you start walking out and you see all of the people and you see the flags furling in the breeze. And you feel so lucky to be here in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight's national anthem is Ms. Helen Hudson. Tonight, Ms. Hudson is completing a summer-long tour which has seen her perform the Star-Spangled Banner in every Major League Baseball city. Would you please rise and join Helen in the singing of our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
One of Helen's strangest experiences took place in Philadelphia, where she sang with a group she hadn't met until an hour before the game.
Bright stars. Philadelphia has a rule that only groups sing, which is like 4 or more people. And in fact, I said, what's the theory behind that? If one person's bad, the other 3 drown them out? And they said, yes. And I said, well, what if all 4 are bad? Didn't faze them. But at any rate, they would not let me sing alone. And they said if I didn't sing with the group, I couldn't sing there. And I tried tried to get singers in Nashville, tried to get singers in New York, then I realized I couldn't afford to get anybody to Philadelphia, so finally the fellow that fixed my husband's computer said he knew people in Philadelphia, like, right, the computer guy that fixes my husband's computer really knows singers, and he did. He put me in touch with these 3 guys. I sent them a tape of me singing. I said, listen, you guys, listen to this, see if you can just sing along, sing it back on my message machine, because I was traveling. I came home, I cried, they sounded so good.
She came home from having sung for the Cubs in Chicago and heard it on her answering machine and called me right away and said, I didn't even wait for the rates to go down. I heard this and I had to call you. It's wonderful. I love it. I'm so thrilled to be singing with you, and you know, that's how we did it.
Singing the national anthem, Helen Hudson and friends.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly...
So does Helen think that Roseanne Barr in some way hurt her favorite song?
Oh, I would hate to think that one woman in 1 minute and 30 seconds could hurt anything in a country this strong that has been put together with this many people and this much blood, sweat, and tears, and this many races and sizes and shapes. That would be, no, absolutely not. I think we give it far too much attention. I think life is too short and America's too great a country. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Imagine.
In the news, dugouts, baseball's subterranean refuge, where the residents are always on their toes, thanks to the daily diet of excitement.
Tommy, wake up. I guess 1-1 ball games just aren't that exciting to him anymore.
So this whole thing has gotten to Valenzuela. It's putting Lasorda to sleep. If Fernando throws over there one more time, Tommy will be out for the night.
Tommy's been known to pump up his ball players. They're going to have to pump up manager in a little while.
Look at him. He's going. The whole thing. He must have eaten. He's going to sleep. Hang in there, Tommy. It's only the 3rd inning.
One good way to stay awake is to have someone to chew the fat with.
Tony, sunflower seeds, San Palazzo gum. No telling. Looks like gum and sunflower seeds, and that's gum.
This is a ride. Watch this.
The worst part of being a kid is that sooner or later you have to get old. Your only escape is to play big league baseball. For though you may still grow old, you won't have to grow up.
Now, Rick Sutcliffe has sent out the youngster to find the missing key to the batter's box. And Paul Runge is going to send him around to all the umpires. They're in on this, and the young man is learning that maybe the key to the batter's box is an elusive thing at the major league level.
Look at they got that kid. He doesn't know it's on there. And this, look at this. He's dying.
Now the honorary bat boy is Jeffrey Peterson, and that's the boy who's going out to the second base umpire Jerry Davis now to ask him for the key. Now he's motioning. Now he's sending him over to Paul Runge. How can you do that, Rick?
Bat boy, somebody played a trick on him. I don't think he knows that thing's on the top of his helmet.
Now Rick is telling him it was in the dugout all along. Check with Zim.
Zim's going right along with the youngster.
Well, the young man fell for the old key to the batter's box trick.
This evidently is the day of the great pumpkin.
Harry, I don't know what that pumpkin is there for.
I think Brett Butler brought it out and put it at the foul line.
And then Paul Runge put it on home plate.
Roger Clemens filling up a couple of batting gloves with sun
seeds.
Andy Van Slyke having a little fun with Drabek. See if Drabek cools off a little bit. Please don't do that.
Ozzie Guillen on this chilly afternoon, having some fun at the expense of the White Sox fans in the box seats behind their dugout.
Oh, we had a little shaving cream up there. At least I hope it's shaving cream.
Yeah, shaving cream or a sanitary sock?
I think shaving cream. In fact, I just ran out of shaving cream. Maybe I'd go over there and talk him out of his hat.
Bert has protection. He sits with a bodyguard in the dugout now, huh? He must have really pulled a good prank on somebody, huh?
They are engaging in an age-old baseball tradition for pitchers. Fighting boredom 4 days out of 5.
You think they're loose?
There you are. That's a good place to store your gum. Oh, that's a large wad there, isn't it?
Young guy's having fun. I don't know what that is on top of his hat.
Well, whatever it is, he doesn't know it's there until now.
Why is everybody looking at me? Why am I on television?
Look at Sutcliffe. A bubble, he doesn't know it's there now.
Oh, come on, Dave. There's a spoil sport in every crowd.
Our stat of the week starts with the strength of the Oakland A's, which makes itself apparent every 5 or 6 days.
The starter today for the Athletics is 30-year-old Mike Moore.
Pitching for the A's tonight is Scott Sanderson. He will try for a career-high 17th win, Bill. Kurt Young, the 5th starter in the A's rotation, has had a little bit of consistency as a starting pitcher. He's been in the rotation now the entire month of September. 4 consecutive starts.
Well, the A's take the field behind Bob Welch in search of his 24th win of the year.
There's Big Dave. He's 20-10 on the season.
But as we know, there's a positive and a negative to every battery. On deck, our next 100 shows, after a quick look back at the first 100.
Who is it to say that I wasn't playing with and against the best ball players in the world? They didn't have to be the best ball players in the world because they were in the major leagues. Best athlete in the world just might have been playing in the Negro National and the Negro American League.
I heard on radio that the Japanese had attacked Pearl Harbor. I said, oh, hell, you know, here goes my baseball career.
I was there for them. You know, so I would take them out of the neighborhood. On the picnics, we would go just to keep them out. And then I would take him home as late as I could so he'd go right to sleep. I would have to tell him, you have to be very careful out here.
Phil didn't get proper treatment. He got humiliation, embarrassment from all corners, and the ultimate thing was banishment from baseball.
So I come to the conclusion that nobody is going to throw an overhand fastball that actually rises as it passes the batter in the strike zone.
Every single day in a ballpark should be a holiday, and every single fan, God bless them all, should be king or queen.
When Sam Donaldson starts rattling on about the Middle East, my mind sometimes wanders up the highway to up 95 to Memorial Stadium in Baltimore.
It's just tremendous. Yeah, baseball is just fabulous. I love it.
All I can say is if you keep working hard, one day you can make it. I've heard of people playing in minors 10 years just to make it, so that's a dream.
I would have given it all up for all the acting for 1 year in baseball.
Garlic rice with pine nuts, one of my favorites.
Run! 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 Run!
Wish me good luck. Here goes. Take me out to the
just, I'll tell you the damn truth.
This is Warner Fusel.
Major League Baseball magazine is presented by Ruffles Light, Cheetos Light, and Doritos Light. Never give up the taste.